Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Emperor Pokesel, and today I am joined with the Great Crank.
What's up?
Today we're gonna be kind of taking a look at some CBR articles. We're gonna start off with the CBR article called 5 Things the Anime Got Right and 5 Things It Never Did. And I mean, they could go with the safe options, and we could end up agreeing with them, but I don't think so. So
I mean, the problem is they're using the anime, which,
yeah,
reading the manga, they changed a lot about Bleach. Like, it's dramatic.
I agree.
They changed the visors from an experiment to a lawless gang who tried to become hollows. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of changes. I don't think the Bleach anime is bad, but I think it is definitely worse than the Bleach manga.
It's not a Tokyo Ghoul or a Blue Exorcist, though.
Yeah. We don't talk about Blue Exorcist.
Oh, God. They ruined that manga.
Yeah. So, got right, classic humor.
Yeah, the humor's great.
Yeah, I agree with that. I actually forgot about how funny Bleach is. Like the
Kubo's humor is great.
Yeah, it really is, especially in the first arc.
As the slapstick made it perfect.
Yeah. Got wrong the gore.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. Like, it was good in Soul Society when it was at a later time slot, and then it moved to like a 3 p.m. or 4 p.m. And, you know,
yeah,
we got Rangiku having a scrape instead of her whole titty being gone.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, the gore was definitely toned down quite a bit in the anime version, so I actually agree with this. Got right the Soul Society arc.
Yeah, but there's some things I don't like what the anime did. They dragged out a couple scenes, like the Kenpachi fight was dragged out a little bit too long in the anime.
That's fair.
And when they were walking in the sword, they made that seem like it was a huge part of the arc, and then it was like half a chapter.
Yeah, I think they got the majority of the Soul Society arc.
I think the fights are gorgeous though.
Yeah, definitely.
The hand-drawn fight. Oh my god, they were so good.
Beautiful. Got wrong every other arc in general.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe some filler, but the later for like the Regai arc and the Zanpakuto Rebellion are really good. Fullbringer had some of the best fucking animation Period has done, period.
Fullbringer is beautiful in animation.
A Roncar looks great too, like the Grimjaw fight.
For sure. The Ukiura fight as well. Beautiful.
Yeah, dude. When they redid it in Hellverse, oh my god. That looked like some ufotable bullshit.
When I watched the Hellverse version, I was like shaking at how great it looked. Like, beautiful.
It was so good. Kubo said that's the canon version. The manga's not the canon.
Yeah. Got right intense battle soundtracks. I agree. So first,
sorry about that.
Yeah. So first,
the
CBR.
The soundtracks are, oh god.
Yeah.
Woo.
Will of the Heart. Well, that's not. Yeah, that's not really a battle sound. No, I'd say Will of the Heart is a battle sound.
I'm just saying the OST in general.
Yeah, just all the OSTs. I think. I don't think any of Bleach's OSTs miss. Like,
none of them.
They're amazing. So CBR so far is like doing all right. They missed one. They got one major miss, which is this one.
Yeah, that was bad. That was just a bad take.
Got wrong. Character fluctuations.
What?
I'm confused. What do they mean by this? Bleach switches characters' motivations and allegiances more than Hollywood switches the Spider-Man actors. Surprise revelations are always fun, but some of them seem a little outrageous and exaggerated. It almost felt like it was solely done to evoke some response from the audience after all else had failed. For example, during the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, it is still ambiguous as to why Biagi had to do a 180 on the Shinigami like that. All because he wants to fight a guy himself. Fans would expect a much more plausible okay, so I think what they have to understand is they have to understand these certain characters. Like, I think Biagi would genuinely do what happened in the Zanpakuto Rebellion arc, because I feel like that's in his character, you know?
They said good guy, but none of the Shinigami are inherently good guys.
Yeah. I mean,
that's what Kubo is trying to show. They're not inherently good people. They're morally gray.
Yeah, like Mayuri, for example.
Oh god.
He's
a villain.
Yeah.
I don't care. He's a villain.
He's on the good guy team, but would you really call him a good guy? Yeah.
They're saying it's a bad thing that Grimjaw is ambiguous as well. If he's either secretly good or no, that's just bad.
That's cap. Like,
that's just, they don't understand subtlety at that point.
because like Groomjow's whole character, like, he isn't secretly good, or I mean, I would actually consider him. He's definitely on the bad side. I mean, you saw some of the things he did, but
No,
like
he's bad.
Yeah,
but
he
towards
doesn't.
the end, he became somewhat good.
Yeah.
From doing good actions.
He doesn't.
He's in between.
He doesn't really care about like Aizen that much, though. Like, it's more like he wants to do his own thing, you know. That's one thing I noticed with his character.
He likes freedom.
Yeah, he wants freedom. So is he secretly good or irredeemably bad? Yeah, he's bad. And it's pretty obvious that he just is like a third party. It's not like...
The only time he'll actually help is if he's being forced to, like, when Yuha's about to collapse the fucking universe.
100%. Why is he helping Ohime and then also threatening her? What? What do you mean? He's helping Ohime for his own gain.
Yes. Oh my...
This is like the biggest miss they've ever had. He's...
Swordsmanship, yes and no. Kubo likes to throw in his own style of swordsmanship. If you're talking technical swordsmanship, no. But the creative side, yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
he definitely got that right.
Got wrong the length of the fight scenes. I think that's a yes and no.
Yeah, it depends. Some fights are too short, like the Ginjo fight. God, I wish that fight kept going on because that was so good.
Ukiyo and Ichigo, though, I don't think that was that... Like, it was a long fight, don't get me wrong, but I liked every second of it. Yeah, it was like non-stop action back and forth. I think Ukiyo and Ichigo is one of the greatest fights in anime. Like...
Yeah, honestly.
And I'm talking about the anime version. The manga version is great, too, don't get me wrong. But I actually, for myself, prefer the anime version. Minus some parts, I think.
It's just, I think with the manga, Kubo tried, but like he said at that time, he, how do I say this? He was just happy to get a chapter done in time.
Yeah, he was being also rushed as the things were going to get to Aizen, I feel like.
Yeah, because, it's a yes and no for that. He was rushing himself at that time because he was trying to go to America for an LA conference. And then he also wanted to end the fights earlier, but his staff kept pushing him to keep extending them. So it was kind of like a yes and no.
Got right. Aizen's betrayal. Okay, yeah, I definitely agree with that.
That's just flat out yes.
Yeah,
that's just a flat out.
In the anime, they also added a little bit of like foreshadowing here and there that like wasn't originally there. I mean, there was still a little bit, but you know what I mean. Like, I feel like they pursued it very well. What? Got wrong Gini Chimaru's role? Oh yeah, let's read this. Well, the animal handled Aizen's revelation very tastefully. The same can't be said about Gin fans. Gin fans do believe that the anime's crew could have done a better job by throwing some hints here and there. There was absolutely no... Yeah, he literally says sorry to Rangiku. The fans were going crazy. He says
sorry, hold on, not to interrupt you. He says, sorry, I wish I could have been your cousin longer. Back, we see the flashback in the anime of when we see Aizen and his goons walk away and she's on the ground, basically gasping for breath. He hands her food to eat. And then later, during the same arc, or during the Iranka arc, we see Aizen pull out a piece of her soul, which was later revealed to be the Soul King's fragment, to make the Hogyoku. So it was definitely there.
Yeah, and I feel like...
And the fact he didn't kill Ichigo either.
Yeah, even from Soul Society, there was foreshadowing there, and then I feel like the foreshadowment for this moment grew even bigger inside the... in Gin versus Ichigo. Like, he was just toying around with Ichigo. In fact, he was... Yeah. His speech, it was him and Ishin that kind of remotivated Ichigo quite a bit. So yeah. This makes no sense. This is such a massive miss. This moment was one of my favorite moments in the series. CBR, I hate you.
It's worse than when they said the Soul Reapers didn't know about modern weaponry. Oh, Jesus, that was bad. They literally have bugs that have cameras in them. How the fuck wouldn't they know about missiles?
Yeah, I have no idea where they're... Izat, Tipu... Go reread Bleach. Seriously.
God, this came out like last year. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Next one is...
Let's go Fullbringer. Oh no.
Crank is more excited for any other CBR article than this one. Okay. Let's get into this. Number 10. It fell short. It's another filler. Wait.
Okay, I'm done. I'll talk to you later.
It's another
Motherfucker
filler.
said filler. How is a manga arc filler? It literally
What?
adds to the story, because the first arc, Rukia and Biagi reveal that doing a Shinigami transfer of power is against the law because of a substitute Shinigami incident.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tozen in the second arc straight up admitted that it's this mysterious guy killed his friend, which is revealed later that that guy killed Ginjo's friends trying to get their power, which to make a, what is it, fucking Hikone? So it's definitely not filler.
Yeah, like, I don't care if you guys don't like the Fullbringer arc. Who wrote this one? Angelo de los Trinos. I don't care if you don't like
4 days ago too. Oh my god.
Fullbringer arc. It's not filler. You can't call this arc filler. Like, it's actually a very important arc if you actually.
It's
look
a
through
training
the
arc for the most part.
Yeah, it
It's
introduces
psychological arc.
Yeah, and it introduces Tsukishima and Ginjo, which are, well, Tsukishima is one of the main key roles in defeating Yubak, or Yuha, however you say it. I'm butchering that
It's
pronunciation.
Yuha Baha.
Yuha Baha.
German. Yes.
So it's not filler. But yeah, that was.
Hold on. Let's read this. Unanimously agreed to be the weakest. Actually, recently on Twitter, I've been people saying it's one of the best. Yeah, that's not right.
I think a lot of the people when it first came out were expecting something else, and for what it had to accomplish, I greatly respect like how the arc played out, because it had to accomplish Ichigo getting his abilities back. It had to accomplish certain things. I know a lot of people who disagree with this, but I think Ginjo is a phenomenal villain. Well, antagonist, not villain.
Yeah, he's an antagonist. I kind of agree with what he did, but I don't think he should have fucked with Ichigo's mind. I think if he would have told Ichigo what happened, he should have let Ichigo decide what he was going to do in that route.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of trying to take his power and kill every Soul Reaper. But here at the last sentence, it said, the flaws and pitfalls of past filler arcs are repeated in the Lost Agent, only now it's official canon and yields diminishing results. So you straight up admit your own article's wrong.
Yeah, you know the biggest issue?
Stupid?
There's gonna be people who don't know a lot about Bleach, and they're just gonna be reading these CBR articles, and they see it's another filler. They don't read this section, because trust me, when I'm going through CBR articles for some reason on my phone, I don't read the descriptions underneath. I just read the titles to see what they picked and to laugh at. And I feel like a lot of like people who don't know Bleach read that, so they're gonna think the Fullbringer arc is a filler arc. You literally admit it down here. Wait, what? Only now it's official canon? It's always been canon.
I didn't know something in the manga could be filler.
I'm not.
Hey, at least the next section's right. At least the next section's right.
Yeah, at least
the
number
best art
9.
style, the best animation.
Definitely gotta agree with that. It has beautiful animation. Ginjo versus Ichigo, beautifully animated.
I loved how when Kubo drew the blood, they used that scene to show reflections of the characters and kind of delving deeper into their subconscious as they thought. I like that touch to it.
It fell short. The Gotai third. I'm done.
They didn't even save the day though. They
didn't
even save the day. All they did was stop Orihime from getting hurt. That's literally it.
And they each fought one Fullbringer. One of Bleach's biggest faults is that the Gotai 13 continually robs these.
Okay.
What?
How? They didn't beat Ginjo. How?
I'm so confused with this one. Because no, even not in the Fullbringer, continually robs the spotlight.
If anything, they got the spotlight robbed from them.
Yeah. The Gotai 13 are like these 13 captains that are supposed to be the most powerful people in the world, you know, right? And if anything, Ichigo constantly has the spotlight on himself and not them. I actually like all the mini fights that they get, like Byakuya
I like
versus
the fact
Tsukishima.
that the 1,000-Year Blood War focused on the captains and other
Yeah,
characters.
that was
Ichigo.
what I enjoyed about the 1,000-Year Blood work. I like to get more in depth with the captains, because I'm gonna be honest, the captains are one of my favorite parts about Bleach.
Oh yeah, that's obvious.
Yeah.
It's a fucking draw.
Like
as
Ichigo,
soon as
don't get me
Byakuya
wrong.
stepped on screen.
Yeah,
that was his badassery.
Yeah, easily. I mean, I love Ichigo. I think he's a great main character. I love how the story shapes his identity and all that stuff. Great stuff. But I really love the captains. Ichigo might be in my top 10 favorite characters of Bleach.
Biagi still should have died in the last arc.
But yeah, this is just wrong. If anything, Ichigo got the spotlight because he's the one that defeated the main villain once again.
He's the one that actually had an emotional transformation in that arc.
Yeah, were you gonna want Ichigo to like kill all the Fullbringers? Did you want him to have all of them to himself?
Wait, hold on. It said, hold on. The captains and lieutenants got more screen time than the main character himself. He had 30 chapters on screen. They had 3 or 4.
I have no idea. I mean, even in the Rank, like, even if they're talking about as all of Bleach, even the Rank arc, mostly Ichigo, yeah. I think most of the characters get one fight, while Ichigo gets like 7 or 8, or well, way more than that. But you get the point. Substitute Shinigami arc, easily Ichigo takes the majority of that. Soul Society arc, still Ichigo takes the majority of that. I mean, sure, the Gotai 13...
Ichigo and Ruki split evenly for the most part.
Well, the Gotai, Renji gets a lot, the lieutenants get a bunch of screen time, and the captains do Soul Society.
Ruki got a lot, surprisingly, which surprised me. I was really happy about that, because I went back and reread it for this thing I'm doing, so yeah, it was pretty nice.
Yeah. Alright, it's not so bad. It's as long as that. I wanted it to be longer.
Yeah.
I wouldn't
mind if it was at least like 60 or 70 chapters, maybe 100.
Yeah, I actually wanted 100 chapters because then they could have gone into more depth on the Fullbringers, which would have made it. I think that's like one of the bigger flaws of the Fullbringer arc is the.
See, for me, that's kind of weird because we didn't know much about the Soul King at the time.
Yes,
and Kubo already had planned the Soul King's fragments at that point. So it would have been weird to kind of say, "Oh yeah, it's the Soul King fragments," when no one else knew about the injustice and corruption among the higher ups. So that's kind of why I think it was perfect for that. And Gijo's explanation was right at the time.
Yeah, one thing I want to quickly praise the Fullbringer arc for doing before we continue is I think one of the things the Fullbringer arc refocuses on is the corruption of the Gotai 13.
Yeah.
Like that's one of the main plot points that's introduced in Soul Society, but isn't really expanded upon in the Arrancar arc, except a few moments here and there. And then it's really expanded in Fullbringer, I feel like, especially with Ginjo's character.
I like how Ginjo made Ichigo realize that his father's hiding secrets. Like, he already knew that his father knew more information than he was putting on because he said, "I need to tell you what happened in your past." Right after Aizen said, "You are human in," he was going to say Quincy, which you all knew this at this point. And he was going to tell him about Misaki and all this shit that's been foreshadowed since beginning chapters, and especially in chapter 186 when he unsealed himself and Kisuke's like, "You can't be mad at me for your diminished power. I mean, I didn't do it."
Yeah. Number 6 fell short. Ichigo gets new powers.
He's always had these. They're the same powers he's been using.
The
only thing he gained was a skull and crossbone symbol.
Okay. So this whole thing isn't about him getting his powers back, but it's all about him getting Fullbringer. I don't like this very much because I feel like Fullbringer doesn't really feel, and you can correct me if I'm wrong because I've only read the Fullbringer arc twice and watched it 7 times, but I think that the Fullbringer arc is like Fullbringers as a whole. They are a race, but they don't really feel like that. They feel more like a power system than anything.
They're not technically a race.
Yeah, they're humans who survive hollows,
they're Quincy Inhumans.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They're just like a sub race inside of the Quincy tree. They fell under the Rio category, which are Heyman and Quincy's, but also part Shinigami.
Yeah.
They use their hollow abilities. So Misaki got bit, right, and that passed down to Ichigo, and that activated his Fullbringer from inside of his body. That's how it works. Or if you're a Quincy, you can activate your Fullbringer just by using a Quincy latent abilities. So it's literally just it's like what Orihime did with her hairpins and Tsubaki and shit like that. It's just that.
I mean, I can somewhat understand this, but I still think overall this is a miss.
And the whole thing about Bleach is Ichigo is an anomaly.
Yeah.
That he pre-established that.
And
can't come out of
like
this
the
series
whole
expecting, like, a
aspect,
Naruto.
yeah, it's explained with this because guess who kind of created Ichigo? Not
Aizen
created
and Yubak.
Aizen. Yeah, Aizen and Yubak. They created him to be this anomaly. Well, Yubak by accident, but Aizen purposely was trying
Yuha's laughing in Chad in the background as he's watching Aizen do this.
He's just like, I'm actually in control. So it's not so bad. Ichigo is brought back to his Shinigami state. Okay.
Oh, my favorite form, actually, right there.
Really?
Yeah. By the way, that stuff around his neck and arm, that's his Fullbringer merged with his Shinigami permanently.
Mm-hmm. My favorite form of his is Vasto Lorde, but
yeah, I don't know if that's Vasto Lorde. I always call it that because it has a form, like a look of one, but it could just be Naruto's like near its end of evolution.
Mm-hmm. I think everybody kind of just calls it Vasto Lorde form.
Yeah. Plot
fell short. The Fullbringers.
Somewhat. Ririka and Yukio are the only ones that really hold any weight later, other than Tsukishima and Ginjo. The other two were just there.
I think Ririka has some stuff inside, like, you know, the story as a whole, like the Fullbringer.
I hate that whole there's plot devices. Everything's a fucking plot device, though.
Yeah, I definitely will admit that some of the Fullbringers fell short, but I think Ginjo, Tsukishima, and Ririka are all solid.
Yukio also has a lot of uses later too, which is nice.
Mm-hmm. Jackie is practically non-existent. Well, that's a good thing. I'm sorry, I was never a fan of Jackie. I
mean, she has a great design. She just had one of the worst abilities in the fucking series.
I agree. I'm not a fan of her because I always pull her in Bleach Brave Souls.
Dude, I always pull like 2-star Ichigos. I'm gonna throw my phone sometimes.
Yeah. It's not so bad. The Fullbringers look cool.
Okay, that's a fact.
Yeah, all the Fullbringers.
The only design he ever missed on was Resurrection Tozen and Pepe.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Pepe. Fuck Pepe. That is no. I don't want to see that diaper motherfucker ever again.
That's my favorite design. No, I'm just kidding. Fell short. Its full potential was squandered.
I don't think so. I disagree with that heavily.
So I'm gonna state my opinion on this one. I think there's some stuff that I wish was more explored, like Ichigo's sister, kind of following some stuff.
Well, that's how I felt the entire series, that they were misused.
Yeah.
Because it kind of set up the fact that Karin was going to become like a Quincy or a Shinigami, but never went through with it.
Mm-hmm.
The novel did a lot more, surprisingly. Death State of the Strawberry, which I recommend reading that. I can send you a link to it. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I'd be down to read it. It's not so bad to explain. Yeah, I think that's one of the biggest strengths. It definitely explains Chad's. Well,
Chad exists? I didn't know that. I can see the big titty waifu existing because she actually has relevance, but all Chad did was punch a stone golem, and then the series ended.
That was disappointing. I had that in my 1,000-Year Blood. Well, not 1,000-Year Blood War, but overall disappointments video. I talked about Chad being used in the later parts. All right, so this is 10 things about Ruki Kuchiki that makes no sense. Oh, you've read this one?
No, they better have something good here.
Yeah, Rukia is a great character. I love Rukia.
She's the second main character. It just says 10. Does it make sense or doesn't make sense?
It's 10 things that make no sense. So
backstory makes
we're
a lot
moving
of
on.
sense,
We're moving on. 3. No, okay. So her origin story. Let's read what they have to say. Ruki was actually meant to be the hero of Bleach until last-minute changes led to the. Okay, blah blah. That doesn't matter. Okay. Ruki and Hisana, her elder sibling, are transported to the Rukan as souls. In fact, Ruki is just a baby when she ditched by her sister due to the insufficiency of food and other basic necessities prevalent in the poorer districts of the Soul Society. Now, it's not like spirits really need to eat, except spirits with high levels of spiritual pressure.
No, okay, the weaker ones have to eat, the high ones don't have to, but if they don't eat, they'll get a little bit weaker over time. So, like,
No, I was pretty sure that the weaker ones don't have to eat unless he said that wasn't the case.
The weak ones have to eat. Weak ones have to eat.
Because I remember in the Ruki and
That's
Renji...
why Ichigo can go 3 months without eating instead of the Don guy.
Oh, I thought because inside of the Ruki and Renji's backstory, they say this is a world where one is not supposed to feel hunger, but we're feeling hunger.
It's not really hunger. It's more of their souls needing the reishi to keep itself sustained. It's not really hunger per se.
Anyway, they were pretty sure both of them were probably of higher spiritual pressure to where they either way they would have needed to eat or drink. So this makes no sense. They need to eat or drink. They have higher spiritual pressure. But yeah, okay, this is a failed big miss.
That's just a miss.
Yeah.
Her fraternal relationship with Biagi. Okay, what? But that's literally explain why his motivation was like that.
Yeah.
God.
If you want, you can. This just doesn't make much sense to me. Like, as his character.
His character's more of the stoic, stubborn type that doesn't want to do anything. Unless it's absolutely necessary. He thought protecting her from the information would have made her safer than not. Which is why after she was almost executed, he finally told her why he did this.
Yeah, this is. Christ. I think this is another big miss, personally.
They're fucking 2 for 10 right now in this article.
Her love for Kai and Shiba.
She didn't love him. It was like a brother to her.
Okay, Ruki adores Shiba Kaien, Ukitake's vice captain. The second she meets him, totally understandable, as the more experienced Shinigami takes her under his professional and personal care, helping her feel more welcome in a place she believes she didn't deserve. Is it possible that she cares for Ichigo only because of his resemblance to No! Who looked practically...
First it was, but then after she got to know him, she realized he was different than Kaien.
Yeah.
He was worth the attention and worth saving him.
Of course, their shared appearance might have something to do with the fact that their parents are somehow related through the Shiba clan. Shiba clan, but Rukia really shouldn't go by nostalgia in forming new friendships. So no. She
realized Ichigo was a good person when he almost killed himself to save his sister. It had nothing to do with him being like Kaien.
Yeah, and also she even then she wanted to kill the Hollow. She wanted to protect the town either way. So her friendship with him was not
purely professional.
Yeah, it was professional. But she also I think she genuinely gained an attachment with him, through that.
Her Ascalian power.
Okay, we're out. We're out. Her oscillating power levels. Okay. It's the most inconsistent amongst all the characters except Ichigo. Obviously.
Stop this. Okay, no, man. She literally was in a Gigai that was the same one that Ishin had used.
Yeah.
Of course she's gonna turn into a fucking human with no power. She could barely make a basic keto. And of course when she gets to Soul Society and gets the Hogyoku removed, she gains her power back. She's in an reishi and dense area where she can gain power.
I see one of the things. I think they were talking about the whole Espada situation. The whole thing with that is the Espada was trying to mess with her, so he was in a weakened state in that sense. She was able to take advantage of him trying to manipulate her. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, what happened, so basically it was he was getting over cocky, and when he had her on the spear, he thought he had won. But that wasn't a power level thing. That was just her being smart and actually using her abilities.
Yeah, it was clear that if they both fought seriously and he wasn't cocky,
he would have clapped her.
I'm never saying his name.
Arden.
Thank you, Ariano or whatever. He would have easily defeated Ruki at that point in time.
It would have been a done.
Yeah. But he was cocky and he liked to mess with his opponent's minds, and he thought he had won because he had destroyed her sword. But nope, she reforged her sword and completely destroyed him.
She used her fucking temperature ability to fucking freeze the air right in front of her sword where she wanted it.
Her Shika.
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. At the start of the series, she was pathetically weak because guess what? She had given her ability to Ichigo. And if you're gonna try to make the argument, then how come she couldn't defeat that Hollow right there? Is because Ichigo was about to get killed. She jumped in front of Ichigo to save him.
Even then, it's explained that because she had the Hogyoku inside of her, she was subconsciously weakening herself because she didn't feel like she deserved the power.
Her overdramatic... That's just her personality.
That's just being funny. It's stupid. I love it.
Yeah, this is her personality. What do you mean?
That's
yeah,
stupid.
Okay. Her promotion to captain.
That makes sense. She was the vice captain.
Okay, I see. Okay. Alright, so, this is actually trying to say, like, it makes no sense because the ceremony takes place 10 years after Ukitake's death. Did Squad 13 remain captainless until Ruki's installment?
She's the vice captain. She takes over until someone's named captain.
Yeah.
That literally happened during the original series. Before they named, I think, Rose. Was it Rose or Love that became captain? I think it was Rose. Yeah, it was.
I think this doesn't make no sense. This is another miss, I feel like. Number 4.
Because, the reason it took so long is because she had a master's in Iichiroki. That's why. She couldn't become captain with a Bankai that would crumble under her own weight.
A Bankai that was very
immature.
Yeah, very difficult to control.
Now she can fucking ice skate. I hope you throw that video up of her ice skating in BBS, because that's badass.
Okay, we're skipping that one. Her passion for rabbits. What? Well, these two make no sense. She's popular because she's a good character.
She has a great design except for early series. She looked like a monster early series.
Okay, her battle with Erarino or Ero. I'm never saying that. I'm sorry.
Just say double A. I know what you mean.
Double A. Her battle against Double A has a higher ranking than Shunsui versus Stark, Mayuri versus Grands. What? Because it was a great fight. And I can say why Stark's fight was lower because it didn't have emotional weight, like her fighting her fucking dead master. Well, I would say Stark's fight had emotional weight, but it was not to the degree.
Well, I mean comparable to what Rukia's was, not like actually no emotional weight, but not like comparable to Rukia's. And we finally understood her backstory for once.
Yeah.
We understood why she protected Ichigo so much in the Renji fight for the first time.
Rukia versus Double A is one of my favorite fights in the series.
It has great choreography too.
Yeah, top 20.
We see her mentality.
It's one of my top 20 probably. Her passion for rabbits. We don't cover this. She just likes rabbits. Is there an issue with that? How is that something that makes no sense? She likes.
It's like saying because Ichigo likes chocolate, it makes no sense.
Okay.
So fucking stupid.
Number 2, her romance. Okay, we're skipping this.
That was foreshadowed since the Soul Society.
It's just because they're Ichiroki shippers. Listen,
I don't care what you ship, but just.
I love Rukia and Ichigo, and I would have loved for them to end up together, but Rukia and Renji do make a lot of sense if you think about it. Like,
it's because he choked her in the very beginning of the series. He only did that because she was about to kill herself anyway, trying to save Ichigo. Yeah. He was trying to get her off of him.
Just because he was, like, he had a rough... They kind of, like, even Renji thanks Ichigo because there was a time in their friendship that they stopped being friends, and that was the issues that were going on.
I'm actually to pull it up because the speech he gives actually gives a lot more context to that. He says, I'm saying this because you're the only one here right now. For a long time, for decades, Ruki and I had drifted apart. So far apart we couldn't even pass by each other. It was you who closed that distance between us. That's why I decided if you couldn't push forward anymore, I'd keep you going, even if I had to carry you.
Yeah.
From now on, I'll never stop until the day I die. Or the day you die. So he even shows that same mentality while getting Ichigo to bang them Orihime cheeks in the We Do Not Always Love You novel.
I think this makes perfect sense, personally.
And lore does.
Yeah, especially with how their relationship was.
And as kids, they were basically dating as kids.
I wouldn't go that far, but I would say, yeah, they were pretty close. I mean,
their relationship, they were always with each other.
Yeah.
Hakuno Togami makes no sense.
Oh, yeah. It's quite incredible that someone of Rukia's level can manifest a Shikai that can lower ambient temperature to absolute zero. A thermodynamic feat that is theoretically impossible, it's anime, with any amount of Ryatsu. Well,
how? We see literally Yamamoto becomes the fucking sun.
Yeah, okay. Her Bankai, Hakuno Togame, takes it a step beyond, increasing her area of effect to a remarkable degree. It possesses enough raw power to destroy the despicable...
Not power, but keep going.
despicable as not by merely activating it. Overcompensation much? What do you mean? Do you know the risks involved in using it?
Her hand literally cracked apart.
Yeah. Like,
if Biagi wasn't there, she would have died.
It's such a risky Bankai. It's not. It's powerful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's not powerful.
Now it's not risky, but back then it was definitely.
Yeah, but back then, like, it had its weaknesses and its strengths. It had
weaknesses. I'd call your body disintegrating a big weakness.
Yeah. Like,
yeah, when they said power, it's not power. She's stopping entropy. It's not a raw power. It's not power at all. It's just a hacks. It's an ability that she herself probably doesn't scale to, which she doesn't because she was dying by it, but you know.
Yeah, and if you take other Captain's Bankais, they are... Yamamoto has a son for a Bankai. A son.
His Ryatsu alone, it's not even the sun. It's 15 million degrees with passive Ryatsu.
Yeah, what's another character? Mayuri has a poison that kills anybody. Right there.
It neutralizes their bodies, it neutralizes their immune system, autoimmune system. He made a drug that can reverse time?
Yeah, well, that was his smarts, not his Bankai, right?
And he could put in his Bankai if he wanted to.
Yeah, true. Oh, that'd be so overpowered.
Like, oh my fucking, not Mayuri, Shunsui. Look at his Bankai.
It's literally like you die. Yeah, it's like you die. I die too, but guess what? You die.
There's like what 3 stages of 2 OP hacks? Like, come on now. I admit that was an entire miss. The entire thing was a miss. They went 0 for 10 on that article.
This was terrible. Anyway, guys, if you guys did enjoy this video, subscribe to Crank. This was actually a lot of fun to do. Look at some of the claims about Bleach that are just wrong.
I almost threw my headset again like I did in the first CBR video I made.
Yeah. But yeah, subscribe, like, comment, check out Crank's channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
Peace.
Bye bye!